Good evening and welcome to the Unprofessional Professional Sports Show. Yeah. I hope everybody's doing fine today, including you, Jack, if you're watching.
He is not.
Watch the whole show, man. Come on. Dude.
We sober up about halfway through, Jack. Remember.
Yeah. Or not. And we either take the first half off and do the second half or, switch it up, We try to randomly do it, like two people get drunk first and then the other two get drunk later. But yeah.
Oh no, according to Jack, we were all drunk at the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
that's okay. I mean, we're not every cup of tea.
I mean, if this wasn't the middle of my day, that might even be an option.
I missed Tip. Tip never missed a chance to take a little nip while we were on the show.
Yeah,
true.
This is true. Yeah.
Although now that he has to be in the stadium all the time, he doesn't get to do it.
I'm gonna tell him, hey Tip, if you're out there watching, man, we miss you. Come on back, buddy.
Yes.
Once or twice a year,
hard, bro. Tell him stop working so hard. Yeah, right. Anyway, so in the life of sports, we go. We're gonna start off with the Final Four. I got who you got, who you got, and why. So our Final Four participants are UConn, Michigan, Arizona, and Illinois. Michigan will be playing Arizona, and Illinois will be playing UConn. I'm gonna go with James first. What you got in this out of those two sets of teams?
UConn, Dan Hurley, he's been out coaching everybody, man, and it just seems like he's done a great job with this team. That last minute shot against Duke was just phenomenal. I mean, you had the freshman missing his shots and hit the big one that counted. That being said, Illinois, man, they're number one in adjusted offensive efficiency. And they've made 59% of their shots within the arc since March 1st. I think they're gonna beat. I think this is where the buck stops for UConn. As much as I want and I like to see Dan Hurley, I like Dan Hurley. I like to see them go to the big game again. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think the Fighting Illini are gonna push forward. And in regards to Arizona and Michigan, that's a tough one, man. I'm gonna go with Michigan. I'm going to go with Michigan. Even though Arizona, they're playing great ball, man. I mean, look where they are. And the coach is definitely. There's some rumors. Yeah, that's definitely a jag-off, and he exited off too soon last night, sir, on our show. But yeah, definitely the coach. There's been some rumors that North Carolina's in play for him to take over that job, even though he's denied it. But I think it's going to be Michigan versus UConn. Sorry, not UConn. Michigan versus the Fighting
Illinois.
Yeah.
So we want to pick just the participants in the Monday night games that we want to do right now. So, listen, I agree a little bit with James. I think the Arizona-Michigan game might be the national championship game, but we still have to play it out. The interesting part of this is 3 of these 4 teams really haven't played a close game when you think about it. UConn, if this gets down to nail-biting time, UConn's got that benefit of having been there and a couple of tight games, and I think that that will help them if they get into that situation. The key is you got to get yourself to that situation. And as James said, Illinois' offense has been tremendous all year, number one in at the top or near the top all year in offensive efficiency. And their defense has come along through the course of this tournament, and they played very, very well. So I do think Illinois will get past UConn as well. And I think Michigan, I said all along, I thought Arizona was the best balanced team. I'm going to take that back because Michigan has got as much balance and maybe more because they got 27 points off their bench the other night against Tennessee too. Maybe that some of that is, I want to say maybe some of that's because they had to clear the bench at the end. They were up so much, but I think most of those were when the game was still in play, if you will. So I think Michigan plays Illinois in a Big Ten final here.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think Illinois is going to get this done. You can't rule UConn out, though. Based on a 19-point comeback against Duke, you know, they're an incredibly well-coached team. And
senior leadership, too. Great senior leadership, which means something, too.
Exactly. And I mean, they've shown that even if they're, you know, it looks like out of it, they don't give up, right? There's a lot of fight in this team. So that's a game I think could come down to the last couple of seconds. Michigan, I think, will do some work here. They're an incredibly deep team. So I'm going to go with those are my two winners.
Okay. All right. Well, I know I'm going to be incredibly biased in this whole situation because I'm a Michigan fan. So
you're all over the Big Ten here.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with, you know, though, I want to give UConn a lot of credit for staying in that Duke game. Mm-hmm. And I still say this, and I know Keith's not going to like when I say this. I still think Duke choked that game away. They just choked that game. This is the second year in a row they did this. They had a humongous lead, they just could not keep it.
It's actually a third year in a row they've done it. But
two things can be true, though.
There you go.
And that's what I know Bo's going to say. Go ahead, Bo, because this is what I would say. You know, two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah. So that's the thing is two things can be true. Duke absolutely choked. In fact, if they were just patient with the ball, they win that game. The fact that they were moving the ball around excessively didn't make a lot of sense. They could have camped on that thing. In fact, there was enough time, or just enough time. They didn't even have to cross the midway point.
They did not.
Like They could have just stood there with the ball and it would have been fine. But they had to try and get cute with it. They turn it over. Obviously, they go home. But so did they choke it away? Sure. You also have to recover from 19 down with, you know, less than 10 minutes to go. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that shows a lot of resolve from UConn. So as much as Duke choked it away, you have to give UConn credit for fighting through, and you still got to hit those shots. And then that final shot was, you know, going to live as a poster on that guy's wall the rest of his life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so that's why I say two things can be true. UConn absolutely balled out to get back in that, and Duke absolutely choked it away.
And that's why when I get worked up over the word choke, right, it's kind of because it kind of implies that the other team had nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
Right? And it's not just you. This is in general, we get this way in sports, right? When a team blows a big lead or something, you know, abnormal happens, we tend to blame the team that, you know, had the misfortune happen to it without giving any credit to the other side. And there's got to be credit to both sides. Yes, Duke definitely, especially in those last few minutes. I'll give them the 19-point lead that they let slip away. In the last minute, though, they definitely, you can use the word choke if you want. I just don't like the word, I guess, right? They mentally froze, and the fact that they didn't know what to do. And part of that's and John Shire took perfect credit for that. John Shire's standing there watching that, and I love this guy, and I think he's a great coach. He could have called timeout at any point. He could have had those kids call time. When they knew they were in trouble, and they were in trouble right from the get-go because they nearly they had a little trouble getting it in, and the first pass nearly got taken away if you think about it. And they were in panic mode after that. They should have just held the ball, and they didn't have a timeout in the pocket, you know? Just hold on.
Take the foul. They're going to foul you.
Exactly.
If they make a foul shot, the game's over. So,
but that's to me that part of the game is not the reason they lost. Because everyone was. I mean, even the kid Boozer blamed himself. But I mean, it's not your fault. I mean, again, the 19 points, the adjustments, and this is where the coaching from Dan Hurley comes in. He outcoached the other coach. That's just it, pure and simple.
Who was a young coach? You know, I've been seeing all the stuff all over social media and some of the stories and some of the online publications, if you will, that, you know, John Shire, is he just a choke artist? This happened 3 years in a row. You know, a lot of great coaches never won. Mike Krzyzewski didn't win till his 11th year. Bill Self didn't win till his 15th year. Dean Smith took 20 years to win. John Calipari, a lot of great coaches. John Wooden, 16 years before you wanted. These guys almost got chased out of town in their jobs, a lot of them. You know, don't panic. This guy's won 120 games in 4 years. Done something right. And he gets this far. So anyway.
Well, see, that's the thing he did wrong.
Right. Yeah. We hijacked Brian's segment.
No. I'm just saying. I'm with you, Keith. The 19 points, it should be expected anyway, because you can't count. Just because you're up 19 doesn't mean you won the game just because you got to that level. You have to keep playing. And UConn has to keep playing too, because they have to understand that they could come back and win the game as well. The point I'm trying to make is they choked in the last part, like you said. That's my choking point. The point in the last when they threw the ball away when they could have just kept it and, you know, took a foul or held on to the ball. I mean, there's only 7 seconds left. So
that's on the coach. That's on the coach.
It's not everybody.
Coach is supposed to tell the players,
coach first.
Don't do just do this. I just need to have a game plan.
Players,
they're passing the ball around. I mean, because again, the game
games, right?
Yes.
But I mean, again, the coaches they saw what was happening, and I think you could have got a timeout called as well and kind of regroup.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just going with I'm gonna do a Big Ten too. I mean, it kind of looks like that as the brackets were unfolding. I was kind of thinking that might be the case because we had a lot of Big Ten teams in the like the elite or the Sweet 16 down to the Elite 8. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking, yeah, that would be good. I was wanting Michigan to play Purdue again. That ain't gonna work. But anyway, yeah, the Arizona-Michigan game is going to be a really good game.
Should be.
And Arizona can win the game just as much as Michigan can because Arizona's a really good team. They're really good. They're basically built the same way. So it's going to be a juggernaut fight, that's for sure. But I have Michigan and Illinois. Yeah. So let's see here. By the way, okay, we already took care of that point. Right when we're going to go now is to the MLB news and scores. I believe that Mr. Bo here has a little clip for us about Buckner.
Yeah, so he's been killing it as a behind the plate ump so far this year, missing all kinds of stuff. Certainly a few pitches in a row, 2 of them to Suarez to start this thing off, which was entertaining in itself. But this clip here has him not behind the plate and might be the most egregious miss so far this season. Now, we're only 6 games in, but that being said, this is Angel Hernandez level failure right here.
Oh, and out of the glove of Williamson. Throws it first. It's wide. It's backed up by Fortes. That should be a base hit for Bowers.
Runner did not touch first base and then was put out.
And I think that is the horrendous call. Where is C.B. Buckner looking?
He's not even looking at it. Why would he even say that?
C.B. Buckner was not even looking at the play.
He stepped right on top of first base. I'm not sure what C.B. Buckner's looking at there. That call.
Kevin Cash is laughing. Look at Murph. Those 2 guys are laughing. I can't wait to see that text chain between those 2 guys.
Yeah.
Now,
when 50 shot of being right. Oh, we lost your.
Sorry, I've had a weird issue with my mic today where it's been cutting out. But when you have both managers laughing, you know that's a bad call. Like, obviously getting turned over. But, I mean, first off, if you're behind the plate and you miss a call, I at least kind of get it. If it's on the opposite side of where you're set up, and you're off a little bit, cool. I'm with it. You're missing calls at first base where you're the first base ump. You're 3 yards away. There's nobody in front of you. You can't make that play. Wow.
This is the second longest tenured umpire in baseball, if I'm not mistaken, by the way. And that's, I've tried, as you know, I have tried my best to fight against all these AI encroachments into sports and Major League Baseball specifically. And they don't give me any, they don't give me anything to work with when I see this stuff. What am I going to do? He's the second longest tenured umpire in baseball. But Angel Hernandez made it 20 plus years too, somehow. Don't ask me how. I mean,
I think they'll end up doing the same thing to Buckner that they did to Hernandez, where, the union basically makes it so that they can't fire him, but then they start taking away, you can't be in a World Series and you can't be in playoff games. And now you can't be in the All-Star game. They start pulling things away. I would say these first 6 games probably eliminated him from any high caliber game. That being said, they might also do something similar that they did with Hernandez, where they're like, hey, you know what? If you just retire now, we'll give you the pension. Like, we'll give it all to you. We don't care. Just stop showing up to games.
Yeah, he never really announced his retirement. He just stopped doing games at some point during the season.
Pay you not to come to the stadium.
So that's kind of how they got it, because he didn't quite have enough years to be fully vested or whatever for the full pension. But I think that was sort of how it was settled, and also why he never really announced anything. He just sort of disappeared. I imagine something similar is going to happen.
I love the video. I love in the video the coaches are looking at each other and laughing. That's hilarious. I was like, dude, I know you saw it. Did you see it? Yeah, I saw it. Did you see it?
It's bad when the opposing teams are looking at each other like, really? Like,
and not to mention the player who actually touched the bag. He's like, what? I touched the bag. You said I did not touch the bag. I touched the bag. What are you talking about?
I could even get it if it was a sprint to the bag and you just hit it with your toe and whatever. I mean, he landed his whole foot on the bag. Like, what are we doing? So, and obviously that one was egregious. There was one against the Yankees that I thought was very interesting, though, because they were really going at this ump, and he was off by less than 1/10 of an inch.
This is what's wrong with the rule, by the way. This whole system.
Well, this is where ABS is going to have to be modified, right? Because that 2-dimensional plane is in the middle of the plate, right? You mean to tell me that there wasn't 1/10 of an inch of drop on that ball from the leading edge of that plate where the strike zone starts?
100%.
Right? So at some point, and I don't know why they don't do it now, because obviously there's enough cameras and technology to make this happen, is they need to have a 3-dimensional strike zone plate, because there's plenty of things, curveballs, sliders, where there's enough motion that you could catch a leading or back edge of a plate, just catching a corner. Whereas with the 2-dimensional plane that they're looking at right now, it's a ball. So the umps aren't as bad as ABS is making them look.
Correct.
So hopefully they will go to a 3-dimensional plate. Obviously it's not going to happen this year, but it needs to happen.
Yeah. You would think they would have some kind. Yeah, that's really odd for them to even, if you're going to do an AI version of this whole situation, I would think the first thing that would come out was 3D imaging of the bait, because that is a whole strike zone. So I mean, why would you just do it 2-dimensional instead of 3? That's just weird. All the technology we have, we can't do a 3-dimensional.
you're doing it in the right place, as Bo said, it can be. I mean, it goes back to the WBC. Those argued strikes in the ninth inning against the Dominican. That ball was a strike when I played baseball because it's at the front of the strike zone, not the back or the middle where the ball is. So I mean,
and Mark, you can't agree with us and say we're crying. Like, you pick a lane, man.
Yeah, Mark, sorry, I was gonna put the quick crying dudes on there because
I just don't.
Nobody was crying about the whole situation. We were just stating some points. That's all.
Problem with Bo points out one of the problems, right? Because we hear, and I've heard a couple of people go, it just shows you how great eyes some of these hitters have. I've said they're just guessing. If it's off a tenth of an inch, then you're just guessing. Don't have a good eye. Come on.
No question. Yeah, I mean, if it's one of them that's 2 inches outside, or there was one the other day where it was like 4 inches low. And even the commentators are like, that is like 2 feet below the strike zone.
Right.
Some of those things.
Bad calls. I get it.
For sure. For sure.
No, I really think if they want to use a system, you're right. They need to make these changes, but I'm sorry. I don't want a challenge system. It just disrupts the flow of the game. I watched the first game of the Yankee Seattle series. And to me, I mean, Caballero's there just challenging. And then some other games this has happened, and people think it isn't disruptive to the flow of the game, but I think it is. Between that and the challenges on the bases, I mean, do away with the umpires altogether if this is the system you want to use. I don't need a home plate umpire. If the ball call balls and strikes anyway, I don't. And then you got no challenges and the flow isn't disrupted. So it's the only way I'm going to be able to be okay with this and not have the top of my head blow off one night.
Based on how this is going, that's exactly what it's going to be. Is you're still going to have your umpires out there, but they're essentially going to be calling, players safe at the plates. And outside of that, the calls are going to be robo, because you can't even trust them to say whether or not they touched the bag. So, at this point, they're really doing work to ensure that robo umps are the thing of the future.
I mean, you got movies like Avatar. You mean to tell me you can't make a 3D rendering of a strike zone? Get the hell out of here.
So
that's just the MLB being lazy and don't want to pay anybody to do that kind of stuff. That's laziness.
So they do it currently. It's just not in real time, right? So when they go back for the advanced analytics and stuff, that's when they have that 3D imagery. They don't have it currently set up where they do it in real time. That's why it's a 2-dimensional thing. They'd have to add some more cameras, but take a page out of the NFL, put 22 cameras out there. Like, let's stop messing around.
Again, they have the technology, they have the well-being to do the stuff. Just get it done. I don't want to hear about the after stuff. It's got to be during the game. Let's go. Come on, get to it. Jeez, people, man, I swear. Hey, what's going on, Kevin?
They aren't strong when you get people like CB Buckner out there, and they're going to eliminate your job. They could do that. The union won't have anything to say if they.
But they won't fire you. They won't fire
10
you.
years, there won't be any umps out there.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about the union. The union has no say in whether they take away the right to call balls and strikes from umpires or use robo umpires in general for everything in baseball. The union can't say yes or no.
Yep.
So
they can file a grievance. They could take them to court.
Well, that won't. We eliminated your job. Sorry, that's what's going to happen now.
And they already, kicked the door open on that by allowing the ABS anyway.
Right.
So now, if they're bad enough, if the miss rate is high enough, then even if you took them to court, they're gonna be like, "Look, you guys suck."
What did I say last week, Bo? I said exactly.
Is that layman lawyer's terms there? You guys suck.
Yes,
exactly the term I used last week when I want to defend you guys, and you suck so bad.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, in the major leagues today, your scores were the Tigers lost to Diamondbacks 1-0. Yankees are at the moment beating the Mariners 4-2, not 4-0 anymore. There.
Oh, did they just hit one? It hasn't updated on my phone yet.
Something, yeah. The Padres are currently leading the Giants 3-1 at the bottom of the 8th. Later on tonight, the Minnesota Twins are taking on the Royals, And the Guardians will be taking on the Dodgers at 8:20 p.m. We have the final scores. The Braves beat the Athletics 5-1. Baltimore has beaten the Rangers 8-3. The Pirates beat the Reds 8-3. Philly beat the Nationals 6-5. The Rockies beat the Blue Jays 2-1. How about the Rockies, by the way? Whew. They destroyed them in one game, and they beat them in 10 innings in another game. I don't know what the Rockies are. It's a beginning of the season. We'll wait.
Like, calm down.
Yeah. 150 plus games left.
Yeah.
Self-destruction in 5, 4, 3, 2.
100%. 100%.
The Marlins beat the lowly White Sox 10-0. The Cardinals beat the Mets 2-1 in 11 innings. Brewers beat the Rays 8-2. Astros beat the Red Sox 6-4. How about them Astros too? Beginning of season though. 6-2. The Cubs beat the Angels. And those are your scores for today. Couple of pitchers that are Cy Young candidates for this year had some, I would say, rough outings. Skubal gave up a home run in the first inning, and that was the difference in the game. Well, thanks to the rest of the team not being able to hit. Thanks a lot. Anyway,
at least you're not bitter about it.
I'm not. We got all these games left. I mean, whatever.
I don't think you can barbecue somebody for a bad outing, their first outing of the year. Like I feel like we can relax a little bit. Baseball is a marathon. It's going to be okay.
If it happened in July,
Definitely is that.
Right.
Well, I mean, Skubal's he won his first game. This was his second game. It's not his fault. I mean, that's a good line for any pitcher. Giving up one run and 6 hits. That's he had 3 strikeouts, but whatever. But I mean, still, it was. I'm not blaming him at all. I'm blaming the rest of the Tigers batting. It's like nobody can hit. What's going on here? They've been having the trouble with that in the last 3 games. But anyway,
that's why we do this show, Carlos, is just so that you can win some free wings in October.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, Crochet had a rough outing as well. He gave a 3-run homer that got the Astros off to a 6-1 lead, and they eventually won, of course, 6-4. But and Skeens came back. Mm-hmm. He won the game for Pittsburgh and took the series from the Reds. So I mean, hey, there you go, Keith.
I didn't hear anything about
it's the beginning of the season.
It is the beginning of the season, but I didn't hear you mention Max Fried in this update at all. He's pitched pretty well the first couple of games. So
yeah, did he pitch today?
He pitched yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, see, there you go.
He's only bringing out low lights. Come on. He's just barbecuing teams right now.
I'm barbecuing teams. That's right. Got to barbecue the teams. The Pirates are about to win the next 100 games. I love that hope. That's awesome. Before we get off the MLB, does anybody else have anything they wanted to add to it or what they noticed besides the ABS?
That's been my main focus, I think, is finding ways to not the ABS. The umpire's giving me no opportunity to do it. So,
the Mariners are what I expect the Mariners to be this time of year.
One note, yes, your rookie pitcher who started Sunday, I think, pitched 6 no-hit innings and 9 strikeouts, and as is the want in baseball now, we don't give him a chance at history. We just pull him because he threw 97 pitches. So,
yeah. He had some good moments in spring training too, because when he pitched against the Rangers, he was throwing right at about 99 miles an hour, and so that's been a shiny moment. Cal coming back to earth was, a known quantity. Everybody was like, oh, he's going to do this. It's like, people don't set records 2 years in a row. Like, that's not generally how that works out. So I figured he'd be a 35 to 40 home run guy this year, which is still a great year. Like, people are acting like I'm hating on the guy. Like that's still a fantastic year. Although it would be nice if he made a little more contact with the ball. Having 3 hits through 6 games is not ideal.
It was a little odd, though, I thought, to see him get benched against the Yankees in that first game of that series, 4 or 5 games into the season, benching. I'm going to listen to Yankee broadcast, remember. It seemed he wasn't too happy about that benching, but
he shouldn't be. At the same time, he's batting like 105.
Yeah.
So, I
think he got a hit pinch hitting in it. I think he got a hit that night, pinch hitting.
Yeah. So he got one hit in the last game of the Guardians, and one against the Yankees. And then he got one today. So he actually drove in the 2 runs for the Mariners that just came through in the 8th. So, so there you go. He's got 3 hits in 7 games, which is still going to be somewhere in that like 125, 130 mark, I would imagine, as far as a batting average. So not exactly lighting it up.
Well, if you look at it differently, though, he's got 2 hits in the last 3 games. So, it kind of goes with your video earlier.
Which still is not lighting it up. Like,
well, the big dumper is climbing out of the dumps, so give him time. Yeah. He'll be all right.
All right, switching over to NBA news and scores. Of course, we're winding down the season. I think we got about 9 more games left, 9 to 8 more games left here. Your conference leaders right now for the Eastern Conference are the Detroit Pistons, the Boston Celtics, New York Knicks, and the Cleveland Cavaliers to round your top 4 off. And in the Western Conference, we have the OKC Thunder, San Antonio Spurs, the LA Lakers, and the Denver Nuggets. The close race right now between OKC and the Spurs. Wow. The Spurs are just like, hey, you make a mistake, we on you. That's all we were waiting for. You make a mistake, we on you. So, unfortunately, OKC doesn't have to play San Antonio, so it works out for them a little bit. They got the toughest schedule in the league right now as far as the last few games. So, we'll see how that works out for them. Today's games are going to be the 76ers at the Wizards, Hawks at the Magic, Celtics at the Heat, Knicks at the Grizzlies, Pacers at the Bulls, Bucks at Houston, and the Sacramento Kings at Toronto Raptors. So, anybody got anything on those? Anything interesting coming through for your teams?
Watch out for the Celtics. I'm not saying that they're having problems, but the usage rate of Jason Tatum has been high, and he hasn't been like I guess on par to be like the great Jason Tatum as he was prior to the injury. And they were, from what I understand, they were doing a lot better when he wasn't in the game, and they should take some of his minutes away to allow Jaylen Brown. And he and the others, as Shaq likes to say, they were doing much better when he wasn't there. So he's coming along, but it might be more. It's probably hurting him a little bit more than it is benefiting him playing in the game and the amount of minutes that he's scoring. That he's playing and not really scoring. So the usage rate it's not really good for Jason Tatum. So that'd be something to watch.
That was an interesting game the other night with the Hawks. In fact, I think they played 2 times in the last week or so. I think they split that series, but the Hawks with a nice win the other night against the Celtics, and the Hawks are playing really good basketball as we hit the stretch. And the Knicks can't be a contender. Lose it is under
That's
the
crazy. That's crazy about the Hawks that Kuminga their Hawks are playing much better with Kuminga than they were with Trey. I can't think of Trey's last name.
Trey Young.
Trey Young. Thanks.
I think the best series of this is going to be the Western Conference Finals against the Spurs and OKC. Like, that's your championship, and then the consolation is whatever Eastern team's going to lose to them.
Basically, at this point, yeah. Do you think nobody wants to play the Hawks right now if the playoffs were to start today?
I know Knicks.
The Hawks are just playing fabulous.
I'd rather play the Cavs than the Hawks as a Knicks fan.
Yeah, I'd rather play Cleveland and the Knicks rather than the Hawks right now.
Mm-hmm. And you're going into the playoffs. You want to play the Knicks.
Oh, come on.
Sorry.
It's fair.
Well, I like the fact that people are, because Cade Cunningham is still out, that people haven't given Detroit enough credit for how they're holding on to first place there with the. I mean, if you watched the game against OKC the other night, there was no starters out there.
Yeah.
They were all sitting on a bench, hurt, taking a day game off or hurt, as in Isaiah Stewart and Cade Cunningham. But they went out there and played. Boy, I tell you, JB has got them guys playing. And if you think that's a culture that's resonating in the whole team itself, so when the players come back out, the starters come back out, it's going to be tough to beat the Pistons. I'm not understanding why people are putting the Pistons, yeah, they're in the Eastern, yeah, they're the leader, but yeah, they're not doing this and they're not doing that. Well, there's a reason why they're the leader, dumb. I don't understand that whole situation. Somebody's got to defend them. Might as well be me.
No, the Pistons have looked good.
Next time be the playoff game in about a month, I think, or maybe more.
Yeah.
Everybody they beat the Wizards.
I mean,
well,
they've specifically when Shaq got into Karl Anthony Towns, he improved his game. I mean, his play. He's been lighting up a little bit. So I don't think the Knicks are a problem. I think the Knicks they'll probably go as far as what Mike Brown will allow them to. I mean, I'm going to be interested in seeing how he does.
And if they don't get to a final, then James Nolan should fire himself and Leon Rose, because they brought in Mike Brown and fired Tibbs because that's as far as they could go with Tibbs. And if he doesn't get further, this is a mistake, or at least as far. And this team's smelling like a first round out to me right now.
That's what I was thinking, is they might actually not make it as far as they did.
And
then that becomes, fun to see what happens there.
I want to be wrong.
Haven't they stood by Mike Brown, though? Haven't they said even if he doesn't get through this, even if he doesn't win a championship or get, through the playoffs all the way, they're going to still keep with him?
I think he'll keep his job. I think Leon Rose might be in trouble, though. If they're an early out, I think Leon Rose.
What I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. You can't just fire the coach every year and then expect to get further. Like, that doesn't work. So if you're going to make another wholesale change, it's got to be the GM.
Agreed. Or the owner.
Just a couple of
that's harder to do. That's harder to do. And, I would say Jets fans agree with you, and it still hasn't worked out.
A couple other notes in the NBA this week. Luka became just the second player in the NBA to score 600 or more points in a month of March. I love how they just get all these stats for specific months or something like that. Fouling is 42 points. But display. Yeah, it's like you don't want to not say anything about it because it's a significant thing, but really is a significant. So you score 600 points in 1 month. Okay, all right, okay. Did you really make a dent in any kind of record book besides that? I mean, you're just pulling stuff out your butt at this point. The other one was LeBron James, too. LeBron surpassed Kareem with 1,229 career wins. Again, I don't really judge people on their wins with teams because it's a team effort regardless. But
what are you talking about? Everything that has to do with LeBron is a story, right? That's why he's getting a patch for setting the most points. And even though no one else that's ever done that has gotten a patch for it, he's like, I need this patch. And he changed his signature to have a crown in it now. And like, I'm
laughing, Bo, because you got
ridiculous.
A LeBron supporter right below me here.
Still,
I'm a supporter. I'm not an apologist. There's a distinct difference. If he's done something goofy and wrong, I'm going to call him out on him. But I'm going to give him credit for being the all-time leading scorer in the NBA when it took how many years since Kareem has been retired? I mean, sure. that's something to. I mean, regardless of his antics, you cannot discredit the man is one of the greatest basketball players to ever play the game. That's all.
Without a doubt.
No question. Yeah.
Even if you're not a LeBron liker, you gotta still
Right.
recognize his game. So, yeah.
And let's say
And longevity.
People like to say he was a pass first guy, but in reality, you're not a pass first guy if you're leading the league all time in shooting. He just happens to be he's a shooter who just happens to be a great passer as well. I mean, he's in the top 4 of assists in his career. So there's no player like that. There's no player to be like that. To be top number 1 in shooting in points and have a great efficiency, because Jordan and Kobe, those guys were high volume shooters. This guy's very efficient, and he's a playmaker where he's in, like I said, in the top 4 in assists all time of everybody.
I would also give that credit too, because I think this team's resurgence here in the last month is due to LeBron stepping back.
Yes,
absolutely. And Luka are the guys.
Exactly.
I think he's got to be credited for that a little bit.
He wanted to do that with AD, but AD is street clothes. So, I mean, he had to wear the uniform. If AD's going to wear his street clothes, yes, LeBron had to take the helm. He had to take the lead.
AD is a lot like KD. They are fine as long as they don't have to be the man. As soon as they have to be the man, they just ain't that dude. Like, and I'm sure KD is watching this and going to send something from a burner phone, but because he's also
sure.
But,
I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, it's coming. He responds to everybody.
Yeah, does get tiring.
But I mean, a ton of that is credit to just the longevity of his career, right? When you're looking at LeBron. The fact
what that last comment said about luck.
He said he got lucky that he was playing in this era where defense are not as tough as.
That is one of the that's such a cockamamie. Who was that? Carlos.
That's Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Carlos.
That's 3 words of that.
To be fair, he probably wouldn't have the points. He would probably have more assists if he played in the older era.
I disagree.
The only reason
you got to think if you played in that era, you're going to be groomed to be the type of player to play in that era. I just think that's just a different. I mean, that's why I don't like to compare the eras, because he grew up as a millennial. If he played in that era, he wouldn't be a millennial. He'd be a Gen Xer, and he'd probably be a I don't give a F type of player, and go in. I mean, with his size and body, come on, man.
Well, no,
that's be different.
But that's what I mean, is he wouldn't be launching a lot of these outside shots. So he wouldn't necessarily have as many shots, or as many points as he does. So he would not be that.
Jay, I'm going to disagree with that name you just gave me.
Come on.
Exactly. Yeah, no, he would not have been the next Stockton at all. He's not that type of passer. But if he was playing back in that era, he wouldn't be jacking as many threes up as he does, because that game was designed about actually attacking the boards. So I don't think he would have as many points. He probably would have similar assists, though. And that's not to take anything away saying he couldn't play in that era. That era just didn't use the 3-point range the way that this era does.
He would start in any era. It's just ridiculous. And it's ridiculous to worry about whether he's the next MJ. Who cares? Their games were different.
Well, he cares.
Distinctly different. I mean, he's more, if you had to compare him to somebody, he's more like Magic or Oscar Robertson or someone like that.
100%. I think Oscar Robertson would be a really good comparison. And I don't know that he's that good, but by the way, he's playing against better athletes than Oscar did.
For sure.
True.
I couldn't be in the school. I'll give the new school a little bit of credit.
He gets that comparison because he wants that comparison.
Well, he shouldn't. He should be happy being the first LeBron James.
He is not.
So he's just continuing the I want to be like Mike.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be like Mike. Anyway, but speaking of the Lakers, do you think that they have a chance to Okay, let me put
Lose
it
in
this
the
way.
finals.
A real good chance to get to upend the Thunder, upend the Thunder or the Spurs.
I wouldn't discount the Lakers or the Nuggets right yet. I would think.
I agree with you.
Upset somebody.
I agree with you, Keith.
And they're playing.
It's really going to depend. If you're talking about the Lakers, it's going to depend on the play of a key player. Let's just go back to 2020 in the bubble when Rajon Rondo was a very key player for the Lakers in their championship run. Marcus Smart is that guy. He's that guy. I think he's the cog that they need defensively specifically, because no one else is going to be defending on that team like him. Right now he's not playing. He's injured. If he comes back, he's going to be a big key to their opportunity to win a championship if they have an opportunity. They have time. They have an opportunity. There's some holes in OKC, and there's some holes with the Spurs too. I mean, they're not all top and just guaranteed to win, but they are the favorites. One of those two teams, I would
To your
think.
point, Rick, it kind of squishes everybody anyway when you put the banners up there, so it works.
Is this better?
And Jay, yeah, I mean,
what?
to Jay's earlier comment there, some of it is LeBron versus the press, but some of that is created by LeBron. So
Yeah.
It's just that's part of it. It's the same problem that you end up with Westbrook and KD with the press is they help feed into the issue. They create a storyline.
You're telling the wrong person. Keith doesn't like to hear anything about somebody looking old.
I will tell you that there were guys at Michigan State when I watched them play that looked older than Marcus Smart. So there are some old guys playing college basketball too.
We'll have to look into that.
Enough with the ageism. Enough of that stuff on this show.
No ageism stuff. All right. So from the NBA, we are going to go to the NFL, and the biggest topic going on right now is the replacement refs.
Yep.
This is going to be
a disaster.
This season is going to be a disaster. I can tell you that right now.
Let's go.
It's going to be bad.
Bring on the chaos.
I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about this whole situation. I think you should. I mean, refs need to be paid a full-time salary. This is my opinion.
100%.
They need to be paid a full-time salary. They need to be full-time. They don't. If you got another job.
Is this like the movie The Replacements? Is this a similar situation?
Refs. Yeah.
Oh, so we got scabs coming in.
Yeah. So do you remember? A decade ago, this happened, and what brought the normal refs back actually happened here in Seattle.
Monday Night Football, right?
Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
And it was the final play of the game, the Fail Mary, as it's routinely called.
Golden Tate.
Was
Am I right?
Seattle and Green Bay.
Yep, Golden Tate.
Golden Tate.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they called it a simultaneous catch. That thing was a pick, but it went down as a touchdown. Seattle wins. Now, as a Seahawk fan, I was still like, right.
I mean,
all righty, yo.
No. It was not it. Like you're watching it and you're just like, this is the officiating we're getting. This is rough. We benefited from it, but it was like you were watching it and you're like, I've seen simultaneous catches. Come on, what are we doing? So
that's a stretch. Yeah.
So they're on strike right now or something?
No, but the contract isn't getting signed, and they just approved the ability to bring in replacement refs. So they're going to be interviewing D1, D2, and D3 refs like they did before. And the problem was before there was a lot of missed calls all around the league, and the one that really just punched the ticket to bring the old ones back was the Fail Mary here in Seattle.
I don't remember. How long did that go on? Was it 5 weeks or something? Do you remember, Bo?
What's that?
How many weeks? How long did it go on? Was it 5 weeks?
Yeah, I think it was week 5, roughly. Yeah. It was funny because we were absolutely complaining about him in every game leading up to that, and then that game happened. And you're just like, okay, this can't go on. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like I hate bad officiating, whether we benefit or not. Like, it's not what I want to see. I don't want to see the zebras affect the game.
Well, being a person that's in the NFC North, I kind of enjoyed that.
How about giraffes?
I mean, that's what we're going to have out there. So maybe they can see better, higher vantage point.
More like hyenas. Yeah.
It's like the official. Yes, yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not. I know they're not giving out egregious bad calls. Well, I can't say that because New Orleans could attest to that fact. You know,
Oh,
as
please
James,
don't remind me, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
The calls benefit the line. I know that's right because we never get
Yeah.
any damn calls. It's just like we get screwed out of stuff all the time. But hey, you know.
Appreciate it, Joe. I'm surprised you're still awake, man. He's tuning in from Italy.
Italy. Hey,
Wow,
Joe.
cool.
What about Italy not making the World Cup, man? Dang, 3 days,
Yeah.
3 times in a row. What's going on with
Yeah.
them?
Accused on hating on the Italians a couple weeks ago. I got nothing to say.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Karma, baby, karma. I got a buddy here. I got a buddy here at work with me that's Bosnian, and he was sweating for a moment there. Man, he's like, James, they won, man. And I was like, oh, cool. All right.
No, we were giving Joe a bad time this morning because of this, and we're like, oh, exactly. And we're like, how about that? You guys are better at baseball than soccer.
Hey, don't put me in this. I was just asking a question. That's all I was asking. I was asking. Joe came on. He just happened to be the person in the line of fire because I was going to have that as a question, but I didn't think it was going to get much traction because really, you know, it's the World Cup. So, but thank
karma,
you, Joe,
baby.
for bringing yourself on here so we can talk about that for a minute. It's your fault, buddy. No. No one's AI.
I leave all my soccer questions for Jack Hirsch.
Really?
No, he doesn't know anything about soccer.
No.
I know as much as Jack. I learned all my soccer from Ted Lasso, so that tells you what I know.
There
about.
we go.
There you go. Yeah. Who says?
Oh,
TV?
speaking of which, I got 6 months of Apple TV for free, so I got to go watch that.
You got a lot of good stuff to watch. Hurry up! A lot of good,
Yeah.
good programming there.
Yeah.
All right. Tiger Woods seeking treatment. Will miss the Masters. Might as well go from that segue to this. You know, malaligned refs to malaligned Tiger.
I mean, like, these guys have almost $1 billion. How is Uber hard? Like, I don't understand.
I mean, when you're a millionaire, you're taking drugs.
It's the competitor.
To help.
Competitor. He likes to drive better. Apparently.
What'd you say?
That would be helpful on a speed track. I don't know about on a city street though. That's the difference.
I was watching a report today, and it started with as the police tried to determine whether there was anything causing these accidents. I'm like, you know, it's Tiger Woods and his car's upside down. So I'm assuming you could think there's something that was amiss here.
I mean, at least he rolls a car once a decade. So, you know.
Yeah.
Good at it, man.
It's like the Giants win the Super Bowl once a decade.
Get some help. I don't want to make get some help. It's just, I'm glad he is. He says he is. So hopefully
That's what he says, right?
Right.
He's going to go out, and the judge approved that he can go out of the country to do it too. So
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's an app. It just says Uber.
That's because the refs were in Tiger, by the way. That's why they only found 2 on him. The refs in him.
But yeah, no, it's I don't know. I always find it interesting when you have these athletes that can't figure out how to get a ride.
Yeah, it's amazing, right?
That was awesome, Keith.
I live out here in the middle of nowhere. I get an Uber in 5 minutes, for crying out loud.
Is it abuse of painkillers? Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's taking a lot of painkillers, and he's actually mixing a lot of meds too.
Yeah,
and
Tiger has he's had a lot of surgeries on his back and everything, so I'm pretty sure he's in a lot of pain.
Well, he's probably for all these things, but that doesn't mean Bart Favre had scripts for all of when he was taking the oxy.
Yep.
copy
Yeah.
the levels, so
Oh, but that was Brett Favre when he was taking it. They were giving the scripts out like it was nobody's business. So.
Oh yeah.
you doctor shop and you get all you need.
Well, I mean,
We could do that.
billionaires can do that. They don't care about all the med scripts and stuff like that. And hey, I'm Tiger Woods. I want some of those. I want some of those. I want some of those. Sure, why not? You're in pain. But see, the thing about this is, I'm
He's not Charlie
Who
Sheen.
the hell is this? Where'd that question come from? What?
That's Jack Hirsch under
Now that would
Hey, he's trying.
you, Jack.
be amazing.
Is Jack the pimp? He's trying to send him salt. He's asking if we need him.
Oh, that would not be me, Jay. That
Jack.
would not
So-
be me.
If you you ever watch those cartoons where they come out and they ask a question and everybody takes a step back, that would be this group.
So if you're asking me about golfing on Wii, man, I'll take anybody here. But I mean, if I'm actually getting on the course,
If you want to hit the
Yeah.
real golf
I
course,
just
I'd
whip my ass on Wii
play
too.
for a couple of dollars.
Yeah, I
Actual golf course, no.
Nah,
Wii,
actual
I
golf
probably still
course-
get my ass kicked, but anyway.
We'll be out next week, hopefully.
Exactly. Yeah,
I hope-
I leave
Okay.
whatever hole I ran out of balls on.
Got my Callaway's right here. I got to put my little mark on. So
There
Okay.
you go.
ready.
Look at that. You ready? Yeah, Keith is. Yeah. You play golf too?
No, I do
Oh, okay.
extraordinarily poorly because I actually play around a golf about once every 5 years. In fact, I make sure that I go and get some range balls because I'm going to donate them back to the place anyway.
Bo say you do extraordinarily poorly. I'm just extraordinarily poor to play that game. I can't afford golf at all.
Oh no, I go to bad,
That's a very expensive game for sure
I go to
to
bad
play.
courses.
It
Right?
is
Like I go to the cheap green fees because you're out there shooing away ducks to take your shot. Because I know that one, I'm going to ruin their course and I'm going to lose every ball that I have. So basically, I'm going to follow the beer cart and rally their golf carts and then be done whenever it happens.
So you saying your field that you go to, it course, it looks like Candlestick Park when the way that field looked
Yes,
years ago. Okay,
100%.
pretty gnarly.
I mean, yeah, everybody can golf when they're drunk.
Well, it certainly
Take a
helps.
Swing at it. Take a swing at it. It's amazing how we got Tiger and golf in this whole situation. And but to answer the question, yeah, the thing that bothers me about Tiger is that you're taking these, and he's admitted to doing that before he drives.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, why are you doing that? If you know this is it's gonna make you lethargic, why are you doing this? That's irresponsible, in my opinion. You could, like Bo said, drive. I mean, he can have a driver. He doesn't even need Uber. He can have a driver drive him all over the place.
Exactly.
So I don't know. He that's what he needs. He needs a little bit of mental readjustment too, because that's just crazy to me.
He needs to
Besides-
retire and go about
Michael's from the UK. We got him from everywhere tonight. Michael's
Yeah.
from the UK. We got Italy.
Go.
You got Italy.
Boys.
Dangerous. Wrapping up this hour of the Unprofessional Professional Sports Show. I'm glad everybody could join me today. I am BA filed with Bo Crouch, Keith Ingle, James Martin, and of course Keith's coming up next with his college today, right?
That's right.
College thing today. So
Sports Huddle.
take a gander at that. Yes.
I'll be on, Keith. I'll come follow you, sir.
And just in case he's on, hi Jack.
Hi, Jack.
He is not, even if he was, he's not now.
Right. He's definitely
No, that would have been done in 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Initially.
Well, actually, we started off very professionally tonight, I thought.
Yeah.
And then
That's point, though. That's the whole point. But anyway, everybody have a good evening. We'll see you next Wednesday. Same bat time, same bat channel.
See you guys.